Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is Big Girl Diary. Okay, I have a good one for you. And this is something that I believe many of us have wondered why. um, why? Okay, it's working. Okay, why this even occurs? Why is this even an issue? Why do older men, prefer younger women? And me personally, I don't prefer older men. I like men around my age with an 8 year difference. And if they're younger, maybe 1 or 2 years younger. But doing that huge gap for me, no, nah. I don't believe in dating or marrying somebody from a different generation, right? But however, men are different. Men, in my opinion, and this is just me, just looking out. No, not looking out, but I'm on the outside looking in. But I did do some research, so it's just not me giving what I believe or what I think. No, I'm going to add some research to it and what other people feel that it should be. But there's this one. Okay, let me not say that. Let me hold off and see if I'm going to use that article or not. I'm not quite sure. Ugh, emergency vehicles. Okay. Now, when you look at these people right here, let me see if I have it. Okay, let me do this one up here. I'm sorry. Like Jerry Seinfeld, he was 37, dating barely 18, but her parents approved. 37, 18. So, for him, he's like, okay, I'm going to date somebody younger. But however, there was some, issues with that. Let me see where else. Here. And I think um Ed Norton was allegedly, and that right there is still a little unclear, dating Evan Rachel Wood when they were shooting, and there were people saying, hey, they're dating. And I guess it only lasted until the movie was finished, and then she went towards Marilyn Manson. But however, she always dated older men, and I mean, I always thought that was interesting because she was what, 19, and at that time Marilyn Manson was 37. Uh, that right there is a huge gap, but there are some men who like younger women like that. Now I'm like, but why do they prefer younger women? Because Marilyn Manson, he married Dita and she was 2 years younger. And I don't know, maybe because Dita was like, okay, I want a marriage, family, and settle down and have something normal. But I don't think Marilyn was ready for that. I mean, I believe that he truly loved his wife, but I don't think he was ready for that type of commitment. And sometimes men marry a woman because he doesn't want to give her up, but he wants other women too, right? But I digress on that point. But however, why do they prefer it? Now, some may say it's an ego boost. His ego is involved, and he wants to show off in front of his friends. Yeah, I got that fine thing right there. I still got it. You know, or it might be a maturity issue. Oh man, a maturity issue to where that's where his maturity level is, where she's at, he's at. And some may think, well, I'm an extension of her father, so I'm going to guide her. I'm her daddy. But let me come up with first. What? What?
Did you pause it?
No, I'm live streaming. Okay. Um. I'm sorry. Let me see where I want to start. Okay, let me start here. No, 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 I don't want to start there. Okay, I'm going to start with this one right here. Let me bring it up. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. Okay. Love, luxury, large age gap, and why some Americans marry younger women. Okay. And you can see there's a clear an age gap. You're able to see he has gray hair, he's graying, and she's still young and vital. So here, and I believe this right here is a common American phenomenon that keeps both couples, therapists, and dinner parties conversations buzzing. Uh, Accomplished older men marrying women who are, let's say, a couple of decades younger, right? And I gave you just two examples of that. Now I have another one that's crazy outrageous, and his age gap is like, really? Right? But while it's easy to assume these relationships are all about luxury and adventure, social science reveals its more nuanced picture. The blog will uh, develop, delve, I'm sorry, into complexities of age gap marriages with the special focus on evolutionary psychology, marital satisfaction, and the everyday ups and downs that come with living life alongside someone in a different stage of life. And I find that right there, right now, right here is it for me, living with someone in a different stage of life. And it's like, and maybe it is just me, okay? Maybe it is just simply just me saying that, okay, if I were dating a younger guy, which I couldn't see myself doing, but I don't want to go through the stages of life that I've been through with him. I mean, no, if I went through my 20s and my 30s, why do I want to watch somebody go through their 20s and 30s? I've been through it. I want to be with somebody that has been through it, survived it, and still going forward through the ages. And but however, there are some people that are like, oh, I like younger people. Now, I don't know if you heard of this person, and I watch his content, and I'm just like, really, Coach Greg McAdams, really? Because for him, his whole thing is younger women. And he called, I can't remember I haven't watched him in a little while, but his whole thing is get them young, pay for them, and let them go. What is that? Junior college. He calls it the junior college. He says he pays for tuitions and all this other stuff, but he's an older guy. He's like, I think in his 50s now. And he's going to the junior college dealing with these young women. And a lot of guys follow him. I'm like, there's no substance there. For him, it's all physical. Just physical, and that's it. And his thing is, well, I've been married, it didn't work out right. Okay, well, okay, fine. It didn't work out. But to go that drastic of an age drop, but that's just simply him. So, Coach Greg, I'm just like, sometimes it's very hard for me not to comment. I'm just like, oh my goodness. But that's his content, right? But let me go back to what I was so so yeah, life, and it's really strange for me, right? So I'm gonna come out of this and um let's go to this one right here because I think Oh goodness, let me take this off. I'm sorry. I'm just blah 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 blah. So so let's get to at least something of why do men like younger women. So here, I thought this was interesting. Now here they're jogging. She's like, okay, we can slow down. And he's like, oh my God. Oh, I can't keep up. Oh, my knees, my back, my knees and my back. Now here, the age gap, okay, it doesn't define love. And that right there is true. Focus on mutual respect, honesty, dialogue, and shared values to grow closer. Now that I completely agree with, but it doesn't mean you can't do that with somebody your own age, right? But not everybody's, they're like, flexibility. Um, what really matters is emotional safety. Prioritize. Oh, what happened? Okay. Um, what really happens is emotional safety, prioritizing listening, validating feelings, and to stay curious to deepening your bond. Hmm. Okay. And I think it should be like that. But when you have that age gap, how many people that are 20 years younger than you are interested in deepening an age gap when they want to run, go out there and go party, and you want to go dancing and clubbing and jump from one club to the next club to the next club, or whatever you do, cabaret or whatever it is, right? But here, okay, it is normal for men to prefer younger women, and it is normal. I don't know if that's normal, but it is uncommon for some men to prefer younger women in relationships, and people are attracted to various qualities, and age can be one of them. That is true. However, it is essential to remember that preference vary widely, and there's no one size fit all answer to consider or to what is considered normal. That I agree. Now, here, a little research. So, here, using data from 274 Italians, small research but still valid, researchers reanalyzed partner preference factors focusing on relationship benefits, participants valued similarities over complementary, through physical attractiveness was seen as the most important, right? Similarity, excuse me, belief, strong prediction, desire, partners' traits, while attractiveness and complementary showed limited connection. So, right here, just like I said earlier, it's the attractiveness. Men, why did I say? Okay, I'm going to say it like this: men look at the physical, right? They're not interested in if you solved the law of relativity, whether if you came through a breakthrough science to where now you developed a pill to where all mental illnesses are gone. Nah, are you good looking? How's your body? you know, but men look at that. But why do men like younger women? 11 reasons. 11 reasons. Oh my goodness. Okay, 11 reasons why men like younger women. All right. One, youth is often linked to vitality and optimism. What? Okay. The guy couldn't even run next to the woman. Okay. And if he's attracted to that, he's in trouble because he can't keep up, right? So younger people often associate it with energy, curiosity, and a sense of possibility. For some men, that liveliness feels refreshing, especially if it's your feelings weighed down by routine stress. It's not always about, excuse me, age itself, but about the youth, what youth symbolizes. And I don't know. For me, I think maybe that's the men doing reverse of trying to catch the fountain of youth, not with them, but with other people that they attract. But women try to catch the fountain of youth with themselves. That's just my 2 cents. But optimism can be contagious. It can make life feel lighter again, emotional lift power, and sometimes it can be about attraction and about how, okay, right, all right. So here, fewer emotional scars. Now, who has fewer emotional scars? Is it the younger woman, or is it him? Right. So life leaves marks on all of us. Some men receive uh, some men perceive younger women as having fewer past wounds, betrayals, and disappointments. Um, can I say, men? Can I say you brought it on women? Let me stop. Okay, and it may feel simpler to connect without having a lot of baggage. Fine. Validation and ego reinforcement plays a role. Now, this all to me sounds like vanity, right? It sounds like vanity. And that's why I have it in my title. Vanity. These men are vain as all outdoors. But feeling desired matters at any age. Attention from a younger partner can boost confidence and reinforce a sense of attractiveness or relevance. From some men, this reassurance quietly answers deeper fears about aging or losing appeal. But when it's a woman and she loses the appeal, you run to a younger woman. Okay. Okay, let me stop that. And that right there is 3. Let me hurry it up more. Cultural massaging, or excuse me, cultural messaging shapes attraction. Okay, let's look at this little cartoon. You can see something different than I do. Is that a problem? No, it makes what? Okay. All right. Okay. You see the world differently. Yeah. He's looking at your youth and your beauty. Okay. Okay. Here are preferences and influences long before adulthood, media reinforcement, how beauty standards, attraction can reflect conditioning, not intention. Wait a minute. I want you to see me when I make this face. Really? Attraction, but not the intention? Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh my goodness. 5, power dynamics can feel reassuring until the power dynamics become pressure for the woman or the younger woman, and then it's going to be a problem. Okay, age gap can sometimes create a sense of control or certainty. Being the more experienced partner may feel grounding for men who value leadership stability. Okay, now this doesn't always mean manipulation. Okay, it can stem from a desire to feel competent and needed. All right. Now, if you need a younger woman to make you feel competent and needed, and you can't get that from a woman your age, then maybe you might not be as competent as you think that you are. Okay, that sounds terrible. That sounds really, really terrible. Let me go ahead and step back off of that. That sounds really terrible. Okay. Okay, life stages can come on. All these life stages may align differently. Yeah, I agree. Some men feel more aligned with younger women because they have shared goals around family, lifestyle, and exploration. Timing matters, and men wanting children or a major life changes may feel more in sync with someone younger. Now I find this really interesting because life stages. So in other words, you're growing with a woman who's your age, right? And you're growing with her, but then when you want to do the things like start a family, oh no, you're a little too old because we're on the same stage. You're looking for something different, but however, I want a family now. I want to slow down with a younger woman to where I can have a family. I'm sorry, I just wasted 20 years of your life. Man, oh man, oh man. Oh Lord. Okay, less pressure to settle can feel freeing. What? Okay, these are what guys who prefer younger women. I got to keep that in mind. The relationship may feel lighter, less defined. I bet you less defined. I got that. You can have a relationship day by day. No rules. Just go as you. Okay, let me stop. More present. The sense of freedom can be attractive until other guys look at her, and then it's not. Okay, I don't. Okay. The novelty and curiosity influence the attraction. Newness, oh, this is where a lot of you guys get confused. The newness has its own pull because she's limber and she's able to bend in different ways, right? Being with someone at a different stage of life can be more exciting and unfamiliar. No, I think for men, it is familiar. It is familiar for men. However, it's just reliving the second life as you're older. So when you were younger, it was one thing, you were somebody your own age, but as you get older, you relive what you did when you were younger, but it's just that you being in an older body, you're able to experience it again with the woman or the women that you were with at that time. You're getting a second life. A second life. Oh man, oh my goodness. Ah man. The emotional needs can shift with age. Man, I'm trying so hard, okay? Men grow older and their emotion priorities often change. Some seek warmth, admiration, and gentleness, but they don't give it. They don't get oh man. Oh guys, your vanity is beyond comprehension. Younger partners can be perceived often as an emotional tone. Okay. 10, fear of aging sits beneath the surface. Yeah, because you're getting older and you're preferring somebody younger and you're at the party and you're the oldest guy that okay, let me stop. Aging can bring up uncomfortable reflections about the time, health, and identity. Being close to the youth can also soften fears. It may create a sense of staying connected with the earlier version of yourself. In other words, you haven't had the opportunity to live out your fantasies and the things that you wanted to do. You're not fooling no one. And the attraction is rarely just about one thing. No, of course. So that right there is that one right there. Now I find that article right there like, okay, is that the only reason why men prefer younger women? Because it's all the physical and what they look at. That's what the article was about. What I'm looking and seeing and how bendable she is. Okay. I don't know what I was expecting. I truly don't know. But let's get to, oh man, oh, I thought I had that. Um oh yeah, I do. Okay, let me get some of this off. Because there are pros and no, that's a mail order bride. I mean, remember back in the 80s and 90s when men would get mail order brides and then get upset and send them back when they didn't do everything what they wanted them to do. Oh man, it was also these older men that were hitting their 70s, 60s and 70s, and then you got this 20-year-old girl, young woman that comes from another country who just wanted the American dream, and then she comes here and then gets him and then gets the American nightmare, right? You can't make this stuff up. I remember that. I remember that. Man, oh man, oh man. Let me clear this out right here. And here. Okay. All right. Now, this woman right here, Dr. Peggy Bokoa, and I find that her articles are quite interesting, or her approach, because everything for her is about immigration. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Immigration has really nothing to do too much with men preferring to marry younger women. And I thought that was quite interesting. It was throughout her article. I'm just going to skim through it because I don't think that immigration has anything to do whatsoever with what we're talking about, right? But however, she said marrying a younger woman, an expert therapist, field notes. Okay. So now she gives top 6 sites to meet younger women. Oh, Lord have mercy. Should we pull one up? Should we? Wait a minute, Kim. Wait a minute. Is this what? Can you see this? Okay, no, you can't see it. Let me go ahead and see if I can find it. Let me pull this down. Oh man, oh man, oh man. You can't make this stuff up. Okay, curiosity kills the cat. Okay, really? Is this more to than wait a minute? No, this is dating for single men. Dating. You will be impressed with the personalities and beauty of our members. Uh, Chat with beautiful single women right now. No, 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 no. There's more to this site. Sophia, there's more to your site. I believe. Man. Oh, man. I feel bad for you all going through this, trying to get these young women. You're going to wind up broke. Your credit's going to be bad. But here are 40 men. 40 men who date women half their age, like Toby Maguire. Right here. Let me see. Toby Maguire, you know him by Spider-Man, the newer Spider-Man, right? So let me see if you can see how old the woman is. Okay, here. Toby Maguire, Leonardo DiCaprio, Wilmer Valderrama, Steven Tyler. You're hitting 80s. Leave those 20 and 30-year-olds alone. George Clooney, yeah, he married Amal. I think she's like 20 years younger than him. Michael Douglas. But here, Tobey Maguire. And his model, Tatiana Dieterman, she's 17 years younger. Okay. Leonardo DiCaprio, he's always finding a 27-year-old. I mean, he goes through women like you change your underwear, right? Let me see. He dates. He don't date anybody. Women after they turn 25, you're out. Oh my goodness! And how old is he? He's like in his 50s. Okay, wait a minute. One got passed who was 27. She got passed. Oh, Rod Stewart. Oh my goodness. He was a big star back in the 80s. Um, okay, Kelly is 14 years younger than him. That's not bad because he's what in his 80s. So that would make her in her 60s. That's not bad at all. Okay, and even then, 20 years younger. Okay, that's not bad. Jason Statham. Let me see. Rose is what 20 years younger than him. And also he dated an actress, Sophie, who was 13 years younger than him. Okay, and Kelly Brook is 12 years younger than him. Okay. All right, George, this is Amal. He married her, and she's 17 years younger than him. All right. Oh man, I hope if they bring up Shoshana, right? Jessica Seinfeld is been married for 21 years. She's 18-year difference. Now let me show you because Jennifer, she's 15 years younger. They've been married for 18 years. Wait a minute, 18-year difference. But this was who Seinfeld was dating when he was 37. So it's like, what? Her. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. Okay, let me try it like this. Oh no. Okay, her, Shoshana. She was 17 and he was 37. Now she's I think in her 50s now. Maybe mid or late, maybe mid 40s. Okay, how can I take this off? Oh no, this is not working out the way I want to. Okay, this is not good. Okay, I got it. Okay, sorry about that. All right, Jerry Seinfeld. And let's see who else. Donald Trump. Melania, well, just okay, okay, where am I at? Melania is like 54, 55, and they're like 24 years. She's 24 years younger. And Marlon Maples is 17 years younger. I don't know. Harrison Ford. Um, Kalista Flockhart. They've been married for 11 years, and she's 22 years younger. Oh, so it goes on and on. I'm not gonna go through everybody, but these guys, like younger women. And that right there is quite all right. They have their preference. They do. But now that's the upside. They get the visual, they get the flexibility, they get the energy, they get the look good, they get the the ego boost, they get the security, they have the age, and to help them get through the different stages of life that he already has been through. Now, let me ask you, everything is not always peaches and cream, right? That's not always that. Now, there's a downside to it. I'm not talking about no mail order bride either. Okay, where is it? Okay, I thought I saved it, but I didn't. But now the downside to it, you know, women now are monetized. Okay, if you got the money, you get the honey. And they're not, in my opinion, truly looking at that, depending on him. Now, if you're Leonardo DiCaprio and he goes through 25-year-olds like Next Day Must, okay, that was bad. Then it really doesn't matter to him because he has a revolving door. There's nothing to really hold on to as far as having a stabilized relationship and having longevity. No, his thing is just the what do you call it? The aesthetics, the vanity that he gets out of it. What he gets the younger woman, and he gets, it's a win-win for him. But for her, what if the man, what if? Okay, let's get a land of what if. What if you're a younger woman, right? And you get with this guy that's good looking, and you get him in a relationship that he's with a woman his own age, right? But he doesn't want to do the work at all. He just wants right? Then he gets with the younger woman to where she doesn't want, nothing but the physical part. She doesn't want the stabilization or having a good relationship to where you both have your needs met and there's love and fidelity. She don't care about that. She just cares about the exercise that she's going to get. And he cares about the exercise what he's going to get from her, right? Now, it comes to the point to where, okay, the exercise that I'm getting from him, okay, I want a little bit more. I mean, I want some emotional stability. I want us to go out. I want him to take me here and there. And then all of a sudden it becomes a problem. He's like, wait a minute, I just left that. I left my older wife, same age, or the girlfriend that I've been with for about 16 years. And I just wanted something to bend, I just wanted a chair to open up and close. That's all. Nothing more. I don't want no entanglement. Well, entanglement, no, bad choice of words, but that's not what he was looking for. He was just looking for the ego boost. He was looking to lead. And it's like, how can you lead a woman when you're not leadership material, right? I'm not saying all men who go after young women are like that. No, I'm not. But I'm saying that there are those men that fit that bill, right? And then get with somebody that is not looking for leadership material at that point in time, but it's just monkey sweat. You just sweating all the time and sweating here, sweating there, sweating over there. And it's only physical. That's all that it is. Now, here's the wild part. Don't get that young girl pregnant. Don't, because your life is over because you were too busy, looking at, the vanity part. Oh, I got that young thing right there. Yeah, my old lady and I were broken up, and I love her, but I'm having a midlife crisis, and I need this right here. She is my Zen. She's my Buddha master. I mean, okay, whatever you want to put in there, right? Yeah. sometimes that could be a money drain. Sometimes that preference that you had was the worst thing that you ever thought about. You just should have went out and bought a car. And now you have all these extra problems and you're getting older and all of a sudden your knees are bad, your back is bad, and now you got to go through all this. And you didn't go to college. You should have okay, let me stop. But anyway, there are pros and there are cons, Um, she may not stay long because you being an older guy and you're starting to slow down and she wants to speed up. She wants to go skydiving. She wants to do all these things that you have done in your previous life. And you're on your second half or your mid part of your life. In your 50s, you're like smack dead in 100, and she's over there, and you're going this way. You can't jump out no freaking plane. I mean, you can, but you better get a lot of vitamin B complex. So, I mean, I find it interesting. I find men that prefer younger women, that they prefer younger women. I find them very interesting. And when you look at people like Coach Greg McAdams, his whole content is about the junior college and, going after the younger women. And you're going after them because you have money and they want that money. And they wind up leaving the guys that are their age so where they could grow together. And you're not, and they're like, wow, oh my goodness, you could pay my bills, you can do this for me, you could do that, and you only show the financial part of it, but you're not letting them know that you're just simply using them as a mat where you can lay down and get back up. And you see them only on certain days. And they may be okay with that for a little while, but you're taking their youth to where they could have been with that young guy and they could have got married and had a life together. But that was not what you wanted. You wanted that young girl and you want to feed your ego and pay for it too, right? But for me, as a woman, I'm a little older, just a little bit. I can understand where they're coming from, but I don't think it's a good thing because, the guys now are not looking for longevity like, okay, Leonardo DiCaprio, just put him out of that because he's like Coach Greg McAdam, but except he has way more money. But you have long relationships like Michael Douglas. He'd been with Catherine Zeta-Jones for 20 years. So, even though that was his preference, he stayed, right? Randy Quaid, his preference was a younger woman, but he stayed. And unfortunately that they put men that stay and don't stay. They're there for a season. Like Leonardo DiCaprio, if you're 25 and you turn 26 the next day, you're gone. He has to go back and find a younger one. And that's going to be him. He has no children and he's only running through women because that right there is his level, his standard, and that's shallow. Just that right there. It's only sexual. That's it. It's only sexual and nothing more. Now, he's getting older. He's getting older. Oh my goodness. Yo, Leo, you're getting older. And who's going to be with you? No young woman wants to be tied down to a guy wearing Depends. No. She's going to go use you for your money while you're sleeping. She's going to be at the club. I'm just saying. But I think that this right here is a very interesting topic. I want to investigate this some more. Because, because older guys who do, matter of fact, I got one for the ages. Brace yourself for this one. Oh my goodness. Just when you think a guy could not go, how do I say this? I think a guy whose vanity is so off, so outrageously not even based in reality, right? It's like, where's it at? Where is it at? And I have to say, your ass is delusional. Okay, delusional is all outdoor, as all outdoors is this guy right here, Mike Hugabook or Hugabuck. He's 61 at the time, right? He married this 18-year-old girl. He married her a couple of days after, maybe a month after, somewhere that she turned 18. He married her. Now, this is her godfather. Wait a minute, let me go ahead and show my face on this one because you need to see my face. You need to see my face when I show this because it's like, what? What? This makes zero sense. Okay, here. He's 61 here. She's 18 here, right? This is her godfather. He dated her mother when she was young, and he would hold her when she was 2 or 3. And I'm like, okay, all right. Let's go ahead and break this down because nobody just ups and gets married when they turn 18. No, no, no. When did he, and yes, I'm saying he, because I don't see any 14, 15-year-old finding this guy. Yes, that's the man I want to be with. No, this guy is 40 years older than her, right? And when you're 15, 16, 17, and you see something like this, you don't see, hey, all right, that's the guy of my dreams. No, he looked rough. He looked rough. He looked like he'd been in the streets. Maybe some kind of gang activity. Who knows? Whoever. Nah. No. So, how long did it take for him to get her attention? What was he buying her? How did he, and I'm saying manipulate the situation, or shall I say up north, the situation, straight out situation. How old? How long and how old? Now, the word on the street is that when she would run away, the only one who could find her was him. And she would run away for a couple of days. If you get what I'm saying, he is the worst. And I call him the Black Woody Allen. You can't make that stuff up at all. Now, after 2 children, and I think she's 21 now, she divorced him. And he wouldn't give her any money. Now she's having a GoFundMe. And the sad part about it is this. This is the sad part. The sad part is she has a GoFundMe for $20,000 to raise 2 children. She does not understand the gravity of her situation. She has no understanding at all. She is a fish out of water trying to raise 2 children and have no idea what she's doing because he being a grandfather, right? And took her innocence from her, took her how can I say it? Naivete. She was naive, and he played on that just because he wanted some bendability. He wanted the less traveled road, and she didn't have any experience outside of him. And now that right there is gone for him. It's like, well, if I can't get any more access, then you got to do this on your own. You know how some people are. You got to do this on your own. You married me, now you want to leave me. I'm not paying for nothing. And her thing is to do a GoFundMe instead of going down and making him support their children, because he has a bunch of other children, right? And they're older than her. This is crazy. So she's in a very, very bad position. So this is the bad part of older men preferring younger women to get him into positions like that. That is a horrible position to be in. And he has one foot in the grave anyway. I know the devil's waiting on him. I know the devil's like, Mike, come on. I'm going to take you in front of God and show him what you did. But, I'm going to look into this a little bit more, and it's this topic right here, older men preferring younger women, and you look at the women that they left for these younger women. You could only imagine with the older women that they were with for how many X amount of years, and what the older women are going through. And I think I need to look at it from that angle, from the women who were left for the younger women, and the perspective of the first wife, or the girlfriend, or the one who'd been there for 14, 15 years. And then he decides, I really don't want to work it out with you, because I just don't want to take the time to do it. I mean, I love you, but you want me to come out of who I am to be more emotionally connected with you. And the only way I want to be connected with you is in the sheets. That's it. That's all I want. And unfortunately, you get men like that. That's unfortunate. There ought to be less men like that. But from that aspect of it, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And on that note right there, I do want to thank you for stopping by, because you could be anywhere in the world and you're here with me.